Hi folks, welcome back to another fly tying video. Today we are tying the blue flash Damsel muddler, which is this bad boy you can see in the vise as it stands. Good fun pattern to tie, good fun pattern to fish. You can fish on its own or shorten the tail down a little bit if you want and fish it as part of a team. Very versatile, will get you a few fish. Right, let's jump into it then. Okay, so the hook we're using is a long shank size 8 for this demonstration, but you could probably tie it in a few sizes. Certainly work on a 10 as well if you wanted. Starting off with some olive uni 8O, just keeping with the colour of the fly. Just going to run this down, shank the hook. Cut this away at that point, roughly where a barb would be on a barbed hook. Build a little bit of a bump here, always helps when you're tying a marabou. Going to come back up. Excuse me, my hay fever, apologies. Take some olive marabou, a good pinch. Give it a twist. Cut it to a length that you're happy with. You want the good flowy stuff at the back. And then just catch this on and tie it down the shank. Gonna wrap underneath just to give it a little bit of a lift. Right, good stuff. Next, grab a piece of blue holographic tinsel. I'm going to put this into the tail, one strand each side. So just going to catch this on here, a couple of turns up, and then bring it back down on your side. And cut to the length that you want it at. Okay, good stuff, that looks alright. Cool. Excuse me. Next we are going to catch in, it's a micro grizzle hackle. We're going to catch in at the back here. Catch it quite far out the body, so expose the stem quite nicely. Just run this up. I'm just going to tidy forward as well whilst I'm here. And then all the way back down. There is some method to the madness, folks, so just bear with me. Next, going to take some olive seal's fur and mix it with a sort of blue, glistery, shiny dubbing to give yourself a nice mix, maybe sort of 50-50. You can just mix this by hand, or if you want to do more of a batch dubbing, I'll put a link into a fellow YouTuber, Mark Fly's video on making a dubbing. It's pretty good, it's how I learned how to do it. So hopefully that'll be some use for you. But yeah, just bring up the dubbing, get it on the thread. Just gives it a nice sort of different mix through the body with that blue. Don't need to be too heavy on the dub. Keep the thread out of the way of the marabou because you don't want to get that in a mess. As you can see, just bits of blue coming through the body now, which again just gives it that something different. So not too heavy, but it's okay to be a bit scruffy at the same time. And just tuck this back whenever you've got enough on and pull away or cut away anything that you don't want. Okay, so that looks alright. Definitely leave a good couple of mil up at this front end for this muddler head, because you don't want to be short up the top. Anyway, excuse me. Grab your grizzle, hackle, straight turn at the back, and then personal preference going up the body, however many turns you want. And just catch that in, a couple of turns, and then you can cut that away. What I'm going to do just for a bit of extra security is just a couple of turns up through the hackle. You won't see it because the thread's in keeping with the colour of the fly, but that'll just lock that in nicely. And just, as I said, stroke back anything that's going forward. Get some wax on your thread. Come back to the tie-in point that you want to add your muddler head. So I've taken a good pinch of natural deer hair already, and I've got it in my stacker. So chap it on the desk, make sure it's all lined up tips wise. And really what you need to do at this point is just decide how big a collar you want on this fly. So I'm probably going to go about there. So come in and pinch all of that, come up with a turn, pinch it quite tight, then another turn, and then as you release that, keep turning. And just wind at this point. And yeah, that will look a bit mad. Wind forward through these ends. And then when you get near the eye, push this back till you expose the eye of the hook, and then you want to get a couple of turns in, almost like you're building up the head just in front of all this deer hair. Keep your thread tight at this point, you don't want this bouncing off. Now a little bit of the magic trick, you're going to come in and whip finish and hold this deer hair back at the same time. And this never goes to plan, especially never goes to plan on camera, so hopefully we can get this done. Okay, so that locked in, you can come in and cut away your thread. So that's the main bit done. Next you're going to get a set of curved scissors and bring all of this forward and then cut round your head, creating that muddler shape. Take your time, work from the front in and rotate. So that's what I'm going to do now.
5 minutes later.
Alright folks, and hopefully you end up with something that you're happy with as far as a muddler head goes. That looks alright. Last thing to do is get a bit of wire that you're not that bothered about and put it through the eye. And then grab some of your varnish, and basically what you're going to do to lock and seal this is just push it right in to that front bit. And then just bring that bit of wire through the eye to clean it. And there you go folks, there's a fly. Give it a go. As always, it'd be great to hear from you. Hit the bell, like, subscribe. Tight lines, I'll catch you soon. Cheers.